Is Paul with LSP Data, where we help you find your next off-market deal. And today I wanted to make a video about our Jackson, Florida code violations, but most importantly, how we're leveraging our new AI indicators. Before I get started, I'd like to remind you that we have a free school community, which you can join and discuss with other real estate professionals, or just come ask any questions. We share a lot of our projects here around AI, LLM, and again, we're a data company, niche data, so that's where we provide you the value, right? So yeah, let's get started here. So again, we're wanting to cover a little bit on how we're leveraging AI to identify a lot of this type of distress factors, right? So most of you are looking for your next off-market deal by doing things like driving for dollars, right? So you're visually looking at this type of sort of visuals, right? Now, we've been in this space for a few years now, and we process millions of records. And for each city, again, we're nationwide, but for this case, what we're doing now is that we prompted the AI to look at a lot of the violation descriptions or complaint notes, and that's how we're able to flag for certain indicators, right? So in this case, if we wanted to search for, say, probates, this is in which an individual has passed away, right? We can see that a person mentioned that someone passed away, etc. I'm going to go through this very quickly because I want to expose names, but basically it makes it easy to identify a lot of properties in which a person has passed away. So that gives you the option to reach out to the whoever's next in kin. They may be out of town, etc. Right? But a lot of these instances, the properties have been left unattended, right? And maybe the neighbors are complaining, or someone in the neighborhood is calling because the property is being unkept, right? And that makes a sense. But you can also identify vacant properties by searching for vacant here. So for example, it's a vacant lot, tenants have moved out, unsecure front door on vacant home, right? And again, the point of this platform is to identify distressed properties, right? So we process, again, thousands of this kind of information. So to give you the ability to either search for any keyword. So if you wanted to look for, I don't know, mold, right? You can search for that. There may be a tenant complaining that there's mold inside the house, right? So not only are we providing you with visual sort of information when there's a problem that you can see from driving for dollars, but you also know what may be going on inside of the property, right? So sometimes the roof may be caving in, there may be some structural issues, etc., that the tenants have complained about, right? So if you identify a property that you want to reach out to and do marketing, that gives you a lot more insights into what's happening, what is the situation, right? So if you call the property owner and they tell you that the property is perfect, in perfect conditions, then you know that they potentially may be lying, right? So anyways, let's walk through a real use case, right? If you find yourself looking at Zillow listings, we can easily, I like going through those listings. So sometimes I can see properties that have recently been, fix and flip or refurbished, right? This one may not be it. Let's take a look at this one. This looks like a potential flip, right? So let's say you're looking at this, right? And you're seeing that this is listed for $249,000. And you happen to target this specific zip code. So this is a 3-bed, 3-bath, 1816 square footage. But how would you use our platform in a practical manner, right? Well, come in here. Our data is refreshed daily, right? The bigger city, the more information we have and the bigger value that you get, because anytime you sign in, obviously you get new information as well. So here, it's as simple as coming here and let's zero in on this zip code. Let's search for that. There's about 4,900 records. Let's say we wanted to apply our sort of AI distress factors, right? So we're applying all of those. There you go. And let's say you're only interested in single family properties, right? So you would select single family. They may be vacant residential as well, right? So search. That has brought down the list a little bit further. And let's say you want to reach out to basically individuals, right? So you want to exclude LLCs, you want to exclude companies and whatnot, right? So just search for that. So it's as simple as that. So from here, you can just export this list, right? You can export it and it's ready for you to skip trace or whatever marketing you're doing, right? Some of you may be doing mailers, right? So you have all the information needed. I'm not gonna show the person's name, but as you can see, you get all of the relevant information that you need to do your comps and whatnot, right? So let's say in this case, let's just focus on, like I mentioned, let's focus on those here. Cool. This is a vacant property, so let's pull it up in our maps. All right. But first, I want to show you if you were targeting this specific, let's say you were around this particular property here. Just want to show you that sometimes this one's a little bit further, but obviously depending on which property you end up going for. Let's say this one has high grads. This is also vacant. Let's pull that one up. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes you end up finding some that are really close to each other. So that may help you identify. So they may help you identify the comps, right? So as you saw, this is listed for 249,000. If you find one that is similar to this, right? Obviously, you can easily figure it out that if you do find an opportunity, your ARV may potentially be around here, right? So anyways, let's just choose vacant here. Okay. So let's see if this one may be closer. If not, it doesn't matter. It keeps getting further. But let's say in this case, let's search for this particular property. It may be very similar. So 3 beds, 1 bath, this square footage, right? So again, the point of this properties that we have here is they're all off-market deals, right? So you'll probably be the first person to get insights into this information because to our knowledge, no one else is offering this type of information. But I just gave you a pretty quickly, a quick walkthrough. You can literally log in here every week, however often you want. And like I mentioned, our data gets updated in a daily basis. You get all the information about the ownership, who is the owner, mailing address, and all that good stuff that you need to do marketing, right? For us, we're trying to save you time and we're trying to help you be very laser focused on your marketing so that way you spend less money on marketing and getting in touch with the property owner and closing your next deal, right? So again, pretty easy to use. Obviously, like I said, this data gets updated daily. So right now there's about 73,000 records. It's a lot more for other cities as well. And if you wanted to sign up, you can visit lspdata.io, code violations, sign up. We have 2 types of memberships. One of them is a state subscription, which gives you access to all of the cities that we have available. And the other one is a individual subscription. So if you wanted to sign up, say for Jacksonville, it's this price per month. Enter LSP data for a 7-day free trial for any of our subscriptions. And for our for our state subscription is this price. And again, LSP data, sign up for 7 days, try it out, see if you like it. But again, our intent is to get you to export a list and basically just focus on target marketing, right? We've done the hard work for you, right? And I'll touch a little bit on how now the tech bit, right? So again, we're processing thousands and thousands of records. We're looking at complaint data. We're looking at code violations. And obviously we have other services around county records. But here, all we're doing is over time, we're trying to reduce what we call false positives, right? So listening to customer data, customer feedback, I should say, we realized that we needed to get better at giving you more relevant data. So in this case, as we're leveraging some open source models that we run locally, so basically for us, it costs us less money because we have the hardware to run this. And here we're prompting the AI to return only when there's high confidence of vacant properties or when there's probate, because a lot of times the complaints or code violations may be around there's a dead animal in the backyard, right? Or there's something that is not a human, basically, right? And obviously identify any distress factor. So that way, again, makes it easy for you to come here, just set those, right? Or again, we'll give you the option to do free text as well, but the intent is to log in, export your list, get on the phone, or send the mailers and close deals, right? So I'll leave it at that. Again, if you have any questions, we can also jump on a Zoom call, right? If you have any questions, if you need help with automation in your real estate business, or you just want more, you're interested in seeing a demo of our data or what data we offer, we can just jump on a Zoom call with us. And thanks again for watching.